Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good evening everyone. My name is Putri Mega and now I'm going to read and inform the actual news about natural disaster to fulfill my English practical examination. The title of the news is From Floods to Earthquake, 2021 brings slew of crises to Indonesia. It is still the first month of 2021, but Indonesia has already seen hundreds of natural disasters that have collectively claimed more than 100 lives as the peak of the rainy season and the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic complicate disaster mitigation efforts. As of Thursday, the National Disaster Mitigation Agency or BNPB had recorded 185 natural disasters this year. Hydrometeorological hazards, including floods, landslides, and whirlwinds, dominated the tally. In addition to this hydrometeorological disaster, the country also saw two earthquakes that caused vastly more casualties than the other events. At least 91 people died and 1,172 others were injured. Rescuers are still searching for victims and evacuating survivors of a 6.2 magnitude earthquake that shook West Sulawesi on January 15. The regencies of Mamuju and Majene were the most affected by the disaster. Nearly 10,000 people have been moved to shelters, while at least 3 remains missing. West Sulawesi Governor Andi Ali Baal Masdar has declared a 2-week state of emergency. During a visit to West Sulawesi on Tuesday, President Joko Widodo said he would seek to ensure that evacuation and aid distribution went well. He also promised financial assistance to residents whose house has been damaged. In South Kalimantan, major floods have killed more than 20 people and affected more than 300,000 others. Flooding has occurred in 11 of the province's 13 regions and cities, and farmers in the area are experiencing crop failures after floodwaters inundated some 18,000 hectares of agricultural land. Experts have linked the devastation to forest shrinkage, but the government has said that the flooding was simply caused by rare and extreme rainfall. The South Kalimantan administration declared a state of emergency on January 15 in response to the widespread inundation. Floods have also hit other parts of the country. A flash flood carried mud and debris through muddy Espantai, Papua on Tuesday, ravaging roads and homes. Local military personnel were deployed to help residents cope with the aftermath. In Sumedang, West Java, a series of landslides claimed the lives of 40 people on January 9. Among the casualties were members of a joint search and rescue team that was evacuating the victims of an earlier landslides. On 16th of January, 6 people died and 500 others were displaced following flooding and landslides in Manado, North Sulawesi. On Wednesday afternoon, a water spout spiraled 10 minutes in Wonogiri, Central Java, although local authorities said the water spout had formed over the Gajah Mangkut reservoir. Several houses were heavily damaged by strong winds and heavy rains that day. A water spout is the intense vortex over a body of water that usually appears as a funnel-shaped cloud. It is typically observed in Indonesia during the transition from dry to wet season when temperature difference between the land, water and atmosphere lead to the air pressure that creates the water spout. The BNPB acknowledged that local disaster mitigation agencies still needed some capacity building to face the increased risk of natural disaster. I must admit that the regional agencies' personnel turnover is very dynamic, so we have to take into account the human resources competence. BNPB spokesperson Raditya Jari said on Thursday. The BNPB ordered local agencies to work closely with health authorities to ensure that disaster relief posts complied with COVID-19 health protocols. Raditya said officials had to make sure that disaster relief posts could accommodate people considered vulnerable to the virus. COVID-19 testing tools should also be available at the post, he added. The BNPB has urged the public to pay close attention to weather forecast by Meteorology, Climatology and Geophysics Agency or BMKG, which has predicted that the peak of the rainy season will last from January to February this year. The agency has also asked all households across the archipelago to identify potential hazards in their vicinity. In addition to natural disaster, authorities have had to address the crash of Sriwijaya Air Flight SJ182. The plane crashed on January 9 minutes after it took off from Soekarno-Hatta International Airport in Tangerang, Banten, bound for Pontianak, West Kalimantan. National Search and Rescue Agency or Basarnas Chief Air Marshal Bagus Purohito officially closed the search and rescue operation on Tuesday. Officials, however, are still investigating the cause of accident and are searching for the plane's missing cockpit voice recorder or CVR. So that's all the news from me. I hope it might be useful and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.